Hey, my name is Max, and I'm the founder of Ascendly Growth Partners. What I wanted to do in this quick video was just take you through one of our most recent case studies with a coach that we helped take from 4K a month to 40K a month in under 90 days. Well, 77 days to be exact. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background. It's just my puppy chewing on his bone. This is a quick screenshot from last month's performance. We should probably get an updated one. But as you can see here, the screenshot was taken on the 24th of March. And so far, we'd collected 31.8K. Had about 23 or 24 calls booked that week. So we ended up in like 43,500 or something like that. So it was roughly averaging about a bit over 10K a week. And you can see the improvement from the month before. So as I said, this wasn't 12 months ago. This was in January when they came to us. And to be upfront with everyone, this is for coaches who want to stay focused on purely the delivery side and content side of things, not spend hours chasing leads, booking calls, or handling sales. Now, if you do enjoy doing that all yourself, then this probably isn't the right fit for you. But if you're at a point where you want a system that handles lead gen, DM convos, sales, and only pay when it actually works, then this might be worth a look. So let me just take you through what we did. So the first thing was restructure their offer. So they were charging $500 for something that was genuinely transforming lives. But the pricing didn't reflect the outcome. It reflected the coach's confidence. So we helped them reposition the offer, clearly define the outcome, reframe the value, and adjusted the pricing to match. So once we did that, we landed on $2,000 for their program. And the interesting part is that the close rates actually went up. Now, because when people understood what they were really buying, not sessions, not time, but a result, they were willing to pay for the outcome. And that's what a lot of coaches are missing. It's not about adding more features to justify the price. It's about clarifying why it matters and who it's for. The more specific the outcome, the more someone is willing to invest to solve it. So that was the first thing we looked at. The second thing was deploying a setter with our proven DM AI engine. So the next step was installing one of our trained appointment setters into the DMs. Now, this wasn't a cheap VA that was just sending mass templates. Our properly trained setter, someone who knows how to hold a real conversation, ask the right questions, qualify properly, and move things forward without pressure. Now, what they do is that they engage with every single person who follows, likes, replies, or comments, because that's where the intent is. And the thing is, when coaches try to do this themselves, the performance reflects it, unfortunately. They're juggling delivery, content, calls, admin. So when it comes to reply to a DM, they're either late, they're rushed, or they're half present. And it's not because they don't care. It's just because, we're all human and there's only so much time and energy in a day. But for 90% of the coaches that we do work with, it's costing them, many thousands every week, really. So when you've got someone in the inbox who's incentivized to convert, and has the time and skill to be fully present in every conversation, the results really do change. People don't need perfection. They just need to feel like someone's actually listening to them. So the next part was once they book the call, then we obviously take the sales off of their plate. So myself or someone from our team jumps on the call, qualifies the lead, and closes the deal for you. So, someone like yourself doesn't have to think about it. So no more wasting time with no-shows, no more dragging someone through a sales call who was never serious, no more awkward combos with people who say, don't let me think about it, the tire kickers, and just disappear. So the sales process, isn't about pressure or hype. It's really about getting on the phone with someone who's already warm, understanding what they actually need, and showing them how the program solves it. And when that's done properly, saying yes becomes the obvious move. And, here's why it works. So we're only paid on performance. So if you don't make money, we don't make money. Simple as that. That means every sales call is treated like it's for our own business because in a way it is. Now, the next part was aligning their content. So like most coaches, they were posting tips, quotes, and transformation pics to try and reach everyone. But when you speak to everyone, no one really feels like you're speaking to them at all. So what we did was flip it. And we worked backwards from this. We first looked at who their ideal client is. Secondly, it was what are they struggling with that's actually keeping them stuck. And from there, we figured out what kind of post would make them stop scrolling and think, this person gets me. So instead of posting for reach, we started posting for relevance. And, the difference between getting likes and actual leads is, would you rather have 100,000 followers who will never buy, or 1,000 ideal followers who turn into clients weekly? So after we looked at the content, had the appointment setter in there and had our team, handle all the sales calls, from there, it's just a matter of driving more people, to your page. So that's when we, set up all the ads, not with some fancy funnel, not with a 37-step sequence, just a simple ad, clear message, and a painfully specific free resource that actually help solve a real problem. It's not clickbait, no fluff, no fake urgency doing, we only have 2 left. And the ad led to the right people landing on the page. The content made them feel like, I think the guy could actually help me. The DM sparked the combo. Sorry, that's my dog right now. The call got booked and the deal got closed. So that's what happens when every part of the system does its job, and that's why it works so consistently. So look, at this stage, if all of that's sort of resonating with yourself, here's what I would suggest. Let us, or at least jump on a call with us and see if you'd like us to set this up for you, and just give us a couple of weeks. You won't pay a cent unless we actually close a client for you. We actually generate that lead for you. We book them on a call and we close them for you. Worst case scenario, you lose nothing. We'll spend all our time trying to figure it all out. But if nothing happens, then you haven't spent $1. Best case, you get a proven system that brings in leads, books calls, and closes deals without lifting a finger. You just get to focus on coaching, and we'll handle the rest. So if it just sounds like anything worth exploring, feel free to just send me a quick message. We can jump on a call, see if it makes sense for yourself. We'll map it out for you, again, just to see if it would make sense. And if it does, we can get things going. Otherwise, no harm done. I'm sure you'll be able to take something away from that. But anyway, I'll keep it at that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.